right, everybody, thanks for joining me on The Tonight Show starring Drimmy Gallon. That's right, the star, Drimmy Gallon, myself. I'm out of retirement. It's a great time to share some joy and laughter, and so I thought who better to make you laugh than old Drimmy. So tonight we're gonna have a segment we like to call Screen Grabs. Makes me wanna screen grab. That's right, while you were scouring the internet on your phone, watching your TV shows, I asked you to find funny things. If you saw something funny, something out of place, take a screenshot, send it in. And thankfully, a lot of you guys did just that. So, let's get it started. Our first screen grab tonight was sent in by Sammy Hernandez of Booger Hole, West Virginia. By the way, all these places are real places. Booger Hole, West Virginia. If you're like me, you rely on a lot of news right now, and I really appreciate deep, investigative journalism that uncovers unknown yet important stories. Here's an example. Let's see. The headline here, of course, is deep. Rain creates wet roads. Wow, that is just profound. Thanks so much for sharing that news with us. If you're ever out driving in the rain, watch out. The roads may be wet. Our next screen grab was sent in by Lucy Bronkema from Frankenstein, Missouri. We've all spent a lot of time on Zoom. Some of us may have even been Zoom bombed on one of our Zoom meetings. Well, Lucy was Zoom bombed. She saw this famous celebrity on one Zoom call. She saw the celebrity, but you might have a hard time seeing exactly who it is. That's right. There is Waldo. Waldo has finally been found on a Zoom call. Our next screen grab was sent in by Kelly Zolkowski from Monkey's Eyebrow, Kentucky. Kelly knows how important the news is, so she wanted to sign up for updates on the coronavirus. Kelly loves the Seattle Times, don't know why, but she wanted to sign up for updates from the Seattle Times, and so this is what she did. She saw an update here. It says, get the latest news from the Seattle Times. 2 options, yes, I want coronavirus, or dismiss. Well, apparently the Seattle Times is spreading more than just news. I don't know who would click yes, but if you want coronavirus, sign up with the Seattle Times. Our next screen grab was sent in by Aaron Parker from Embarrass, Minnesota. If you're like me, you've been eating a lot of pizza recently in quarantine. Aaron was looking on Yelp for a new pizza place. He stumbled across this Yelp review from Gary F. Don't try the pizza. It's so good, you'll come back every day. It completely ruined my social life. Because each night I only want to go there. I hate this place. Wow, we've all been there, right? For me, it's Chick-fil-A, but for Gary F., it's pizza. Grace Henry from Hot Coffee, Mississippi, knows that lots of hot coffee and pizza leads to other issues, if you know what I mean, right? Here's a headline she ran across as she scoured the internet. Sewer was blocked by large poo. Wow, a little too much information. Actually, they actually have a picture. Let's see if we see the large poo blocking the sewer. Oh, it all makes sense now. What an unfortunate name, Winnie the Pooh. Well, our next screen grab is from Bronwyn Roughton from Cheesequake, not cheesecake, Cheesequake, New Jersey. Bronwyn needed to do some more SAT prep, was looking for a book to help her. She ran across this Facebook ad here. It says SAT prep book, $10, like new, barely used as proved by my daughter's terrible SAT scores. Not the book's fault. Pick up in Glastonbury. Wow, what a burn. Apparently his daughter did not study enough. We're all desperate to find some toilet paper at the stores. And Abby Lamadou from Goose Pimple Junction, Virginia, found some deals on Amazon. what better place to get toilet paper than Amazon? Let's take a look. We got some good Charmin there, 28 bucks for a lot there, 11. What about Scott's? Right, Scott's is my favorite toilet paper brand. Well, if we zoom down a little bit, we actually see here, Scott's, oh, there you go. Wait, $2.35 for used? Okay, used toilet paper. Might only be somewhere, I guess, right? Anyways, let's not do that, people. Courtney Mackey from Hell, Michigan. Bad place to live, by the way. Hell, Michigan was like all of us during this lockdown. She was looking for something to watch on Netflix. Here's something. The angriest man in Brooklyn. The clock is ticking for a misanthropic New Yorker with 90 minutes to live. What do you do when every second counts? Well, thankfully they have a picture of this angriest man in Brooklyn. Let's see who it is. Oh, wow. You can see the anger on his face as he only has 90 minutes to live. Anyways, SpongeBob, come on, people. Our next screen grab is from Valerie Sheets in 2 Egg, Florida. Why have 1 egg when you can have 2 eggs? She finally thought she had met the man of her dreams, Chad. Here's a chat Valerie was having. She asked Chad, "Who's your crush?" Chad said, "I'm chatting with her now." How romantic. "Oh my gosh, OMG, I like you too. Heart, 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 heart." Well, unfortunately for Valerie, the chat continued. "No, I mean, I'm chatting with her on Facebook." Awkward. Oh man, we've all been there. Well, I guess those 6 hearts are all broken at this point. Our next screen grab comes from Julian Galvis from Sweet Lips, Tennessee. Julian's a sports guy, and he's checking out past showings of the Little League World Series because there's no sports to watch. What better to watch than old Little League World Series games? Well, he saw this guy, Oliver Gonzalez from the Panama team. I wonder if we can learn anything more about Oliver. Let's see. Age 11, 5'5", 104 pounds, special talent, sleeping. I would make fun of him, but I think everyone has vastly improved their sleeping game in quarantine. And some of you might even say your special talent now is sleeping. Let's see, our next screen grab is from Megan Grigg from Looneyville, Texas. She was looking for some clothing for her amazing sons. Stumbled across this shirt. "I hate my job," the toothbrush says. "Seriously?" the toilet paper roll says. Oh, that's a great shirt. Well, unfortunately, we're almost to the end of our time. Our last screen grab is from Gabe Whithone from I'm Alone, Wisconsin. Gabe was looking for a ring for his future fiancée. And as far as I know, he's not engaged yet, but he was looking for a ring for his future fiancée. He found a great deal on Craigslist. Let's see what it says here. Diamond ring, $1,800 in Pocono, only right up the road. It's a pretty good deal. Let's read the description, see if we can find out anything more about this ring. Oh, wow. "For sale, I have a 1.5 carat total weight engagement ring set in 14K white gold. The ring is in like new condition, only worn for a short period of time by Satan herself." Wow. Comes with the original box. Very pretty ring with a lower setting so the diamonds won't snag on everything. Diamonds along the sides and in the channel, blah, blah, blah. Next paragraph. Warning. Warning. Ring may be cursed, as it tends to leave a path of destruction behind it. Possible events associated with this ring include, but are not limited to, damage sustained to house, vehicle, heart, downed power lines, fallen trees, and swarms of locusts. I would highly recommend taking action to counter the whirlwind of bad mojo that surround this piece of jewelry. Should consider having curse removed by voodoo priest or something before presenting to loved one. Other than that, a very nice piece of jewelry. Looking to sell this soon before it brings any more bad luck into my life. And I'd rather have cash. If not sold by Christmas, I plan to throw it into the fires of Mordor. Wow. Well, we know now why Gabe lives in I'm Alone, Wisconsin. That's it for our screen grabs. Thanks for joining me. I actually do have a couple more screenshots to show you. Pictures from this week, the turbulent times in our country. We've seen racism. We've also seen peaceful protests and violent protests. There's a lot to consider that's going on right now. As a middle schooler or high schooler, you might be thinking, what can I do? What can I do now? Like right now. We're actually still in quarantine. I can't even really go out and do much. I don't have a ton of a voice. I can't vote. What should I be doing? How should I be thinking about this from a biblical perspective? Now, let me quickly say this. There's a lot I could say. This could take hours, weeks of discussion. Of course, we don't have all that time. Let me just share one brief thought. One brief thought with you from Matthew chapter 7. Jesus is talking about judging others. And he says this, "Why do you see the speck that is in your brother's eye, but do not notice the log that is in your own eye? Or how can you say to your brother, 'Let me take the speck out of your eye,' when there is the log in your own eye? You hypocrite. First take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eye." What does this mean for our situation? I would encourage you, first and foremost, to look in your heart. It's so easy to rush to conclusions, to judge others. It's so easy to take action, which is a good thing. But our hearts need to change. All of us have prejudices. All of us judge people by appearance, whether it be skin color, clothing, how people look. We rush to conclusions. All of us are prone to put down other people to elevate ourselves for our own gain. Now, don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying we're all racist. I'm not saying we all would do what that police officer did. But in our hearts, we all have selfish tendencies, and we all have prejudices and biases. I would say first, look in your heart. Take the log out of your eye. Think about how you struggle with this. Pray for God to change your heart. Repent and ask forgiveness. Because here's the truth. All the protests, all the laws, all the action, it will have no impact. It will not change anything unless people's hearts are also changed. Before we jump to conclusions, before we jump into action, let's ask God to change our hearts, to convict us. Let's ask for forgiveness, to take the log out of our eyes, because we are all prone to judge. That's all I'd like to say now. I would love to share more. Don't hear what I'm not saying, of course. There's a lot more to it than just dealing with our own hearts. But where do we start? Like I said, all the change won't last. It really won't work unless people's hearts are in it. Thanks for joining me on The Tonight Show with Jeremy Gallen.